Today we're taking a bit of a detour into the world of Haramain's new Detour series. We'll start with Haramain Detour Noir Exclusive. Let's talk about it. Hello. My name is Dixon Dias and you are watching Smelly Cat. If at any point in this video you feel that this video is moving too slowly for you, do consider changing the speed to match your pace. Also consider subscribing to the channel. I'm so close to 50,000 subs, so it'll mean a lot to me. Alright, so there are 3 new releases as part of the Detour series from Haramain. They're called Detour Noir Exclusive, Detour Eco, and Detour Noir Intense. I will be reviewing all 3 of them, but today we'll be talking about this one. It's Haramain Detour Noir Exclusif or Exclusive. And buckle up because it's gonna be one heck of a ride. First things first, let's have a quick look at the presentation. Here's how the box looks. Feels slightly better made than the previous Detour boxes. You have Haramain Detour Noir Exclusive written in the front, along with the concentration and the size. And also on the back, it's the exact same thing. On the sides, you have Detour written, and on the top, you have the Haramain logo. At the bottom, you have all the information you need, along with the ingredients and the batch code, plus the month and year of manufacturing. Mine is an April 2024 batch, the first batch that they've made. And for some reason, the first batches are always the best. Like I said, not much has changed in terms of presentation from the previous Detour. Although this, for some reason, the box does feel slightly better. The bottle, it's not everyone's favorite design. They've stuck with it to keep that continuity of the Detour series alive. This one though comes with this matte blue finish with a chrome or silver cap and a chrome accent around it. You have Haramain written at the bottom of the bottle. A lot of people were expecting a change with the design, but I understand why they haven't changed it and why they're stuck with this, because they already have Detour and Detour Rouge and they have the same bottles. Changing it now may not have been a good thing, considering that this is also part of the Detour series. Here's the cap. You have this nice shiny blue thing on the top that actually looks pretty good in person. So yeah, I do find these a little difficult to spray because they don't really sit in your hand properly. So what I do, this is my little trick, is I turn the nozzle around and then I use the natural curve of my hand to fit the curve of the bottle, and I spray it like this. That reminds me that the spray on these new bottles are far better than the old Detour. It's a pressurized sprayer. This is how it sprays. Nice long pressure. So what I do is I actually use it to cover more of my body. Okay, here are the notes. The top notes are almond, mandarin orange, bergamot, and water. The middle notes are civet, geranium, rose, gardenia, and water lily. The base notes are gaiac wood, oud, vanilla, coffee, sandalwood, patchouli, amber, oak moss, and pink pepper. Yes, the previous Detour Noir was a great budget alternative to PDM's Layton. So there's no prizes for guessing that this one is their take on PDM's Layton Exclusive. The dirtier, stronger, more mature, more masculine, more animalic Layton flanker. Now, even though Layton Exclusive is all of that, it's not an unwearable fragrance. Parfums de Mali know how to make money. They know how to make lovable, wearable, versatile fragrances. Safe, but hey, everyone's gonna like them. And that is what this scent is as well. Now, I'm not sure what the other reviews are gonna tell you, but to my nose, there are some differences between Layton Exclusive and Detour Noir Exclusive. The first noticeable difference in this one is the treatment of civet. The civet in this one is a lot more, let's say, easy breezy, and so is the oud. This also opens with a lot more apple and citrus, although apple isn't a top note in this one. There's a bit of fresh fruitiness in this that Layton Exclusive lacks. Once it dries down, Layton Exclusive becomes a lot woodier, smokier. This one still retains a lot of that freshness and a bit of that sweetness as well. So more of that almond and vanilla with a bit of that freshness that you get in the opening. Another thing is this also feels a lot greener than Layton Exclusive, like freshly cut crushed leaves green, you know, and it's also a lot more aromatic than Layton Exclusive. And I would say this sits somewhere in between Layton and Layton Exclusive for that reason, which I would say is quite a plus point for a lot of people. Also remember, this is like 10%, 1/10 the price of Layton Exclusive, and that is if you're buying it, if you're buying, not even buying it at retail. If you're buying it at retail, this is like 1/15 the price. And another thing to remember is this is me testing both fragrances side by side, which not a lot of people will do. If you aren't going to be wearing both the fragrances on each arm and all of that, it's going to be very difficult to notice those subtle differences between them, especially as time passes by. This one was the first one I tested when I visited the Haramain store out of the 3 new Detour releases, and when I sprayed it on my hand, not on paper, I knew that they had a winner in hand. It smelled way better than it should at that price. 95 dirhams, I think it was 95 or 100 dirhams, or 95 dirhams with tax, which comes to $25. $25, I couldn't believe, like, if they'd changed the bottle in this one, rebottle it into something fancier, they could easily sell it for $75, $100. I know I got it for like $25. That doesn't mean that outside the UAE this is going to be very expensive like some fragrances tend to be. Outside the UAE, in the US at least, you can still get this for around that $30 mark. Performance, fantastic. Now, it's not going to be as good as Layton Exclusive, but this is no slouch either. 8 hours easily, you're not going to have a problem with that. And this does also project quite well, especially in the first 2 hours. When it comes to compliments, now I would say Layton is a compliment getting DNA already. Layton Exclusive not so much, but it's still very likable, still very noticeable, and people will be drawn towards it. However, with this one, even though I'm not someone who gets a lot of compliments, and that's why you won't see a lot of compliments video in my on my channel, I did get a compliment from my boss the first time I wore this. So yeah, he said I smell good. So yeah, this will possibly get you compliments. Alright, so let's wrap this video up. I thought I'd make it really quick, give you all the points you needed. I've told you the differences, the similarities, how it performs, but let's wrap this up with a few points. So if you've sort of skipped all of that, you come to this bit and you just, you know what to expect from this fragrance. So what we discussed today, it sits somewhere in between Layton and Layton Exclusive. The quality is much better than the previous Detour, and you're paying like, I don't know, $5 to $10 more. There are some subtle differences when compared to Layton Exclusive, but they're very close in the dry down. 5, it's got a great price, and 6, it's got great performance and will get you compliments. So my overall rating, all things considered, price, performance, how it smells, the quality, the rough edges, all of that, for this one is a 9 out of 10. This gets a 9 out of 10 for me. Don't forget, I'll also be covering the other 2, Detour Noir Intense, which smells like Pegasus Exclusive, and Detour Eco, which smells a lot like Haltan, how do you pronounce it? Let me know in the comments. So why am I telling you this? Because if you haven't subscribed already, or if you haven't hit the bell icon, I would suggest you do so now so you don't miss those videos. Also, I'm this close to 50,000, so it will really help me. Thanks for sticking all the way to the end, and until next time, keep smelling amazing.